On this very special episode of IT Unplugged, we're going to introduce you to Alexander, our brand new intern at M2 Technology.
At M2 Technology, we're on a mission to make IT accessible to everyone. Join us on our journey to demystify the ever-evolving world of business technology. Are you ready to get unplugged?
Welcome to IT Unplugged. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Alexander.
And today we have a really special episode because Alexander is our brand new IT intern. So welcome, Alexander.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. This is your second day with M2 Technology, and you agreed to come on camera for our podcast. So first off, I just want to say major props for just stepping in front of the camera, because it can be a little intimidating here. Yeah. So appreciate it. Alexander, we're excited to have you, and have you at M2 Technology. We think you're going to bring a lot of value to our organization over the 10 weeks, and hopefully we can do the same. But we'd like to use this episode of the podcast to kind of get to know you a little bit. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So, I'm Alexander. I attended West Superior. I finally graduated. I like a lot of things. I like sports. I like to play football, basketball, a lot of sports with my parents. Mm-hmm. Recently picked up pickleball with them. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
I like pets. I have a dog. Her name's Diamond.
Okay.
I have 4 siblings.
Cool. All right. What sibling are you?
I'm like the second oldest, so I guess you can call me like the middle.
Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
So you're the middle child?
Yeah.
All right. So West Superior, kind of funny connection. I was your teacher at one point at West Superior, and now we're working together, which is kind of cool. You guys had a great football team. What position did you play in football?
I played cornerback.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I couldn't play cornerback. I had to be safety because I wasn't fast enough. So, it's just one of those things. So when I hear cornerback, I'm like, oh, they were fast.
Yeah.
So, this kind of came about as you were telling me one day when I ran into you that you were looking to go for cybersecurity. So I'm really curious, what is it that drew you to the field of IT and cybersecurity?
I like working with computers a lot. I like to do a lot of things on computers. I like hacking, but kind of like ethical hacking. I don't want to be like the bad guy.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to go for something that could make me the good guy in a company and help a company perform better and not get attacked as much. So I wanted to go for pen testing or anything ethical wise.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you even hear about pen testing when you're in high school? I mean, I don't think I had to come to M2 Technology to learn about penetration testing. How did that come about?
I mean, it's just I played a lot of video games, so a lot of simulation stuff, and then you stumble upon videos YouTube videos, and you fall down that rabbit hole of here's this, and then pen testing, hacking, ethical hacking. So it all kind of just bundles together.
Nice. Have you ever done any ethical hacking yet, or done any simulations with hacking?
No, not really.
Okay.
No tools yet. I kind of want to get into it a little bit, but
okay. Cool. Well, we got some stuff planned for you when it comes to simulations a little bit later. See if you can catch some stuff.
Yeah.
I love that you're bringing attention though to ethical hacking because I know that when I first started teaching, NWTC had an ethical hacking class, and it was a little bit kind of what's the word I'm trying to risky a little, it was we're gonna teach kids how to do ethical hacking. Once they know how to do this stuff, they can take down networks and do all this. Does that concern you about having that information be taught to so many students or so many kids in the cybersecurity area?
I mean, yeah, there's just concern with it, how people have public Wi-Fi's. I was talking to Steve today about Starbucks or McDonald's open Wi-Fi's. So there's a lot of risks that go into it, but I mean, you got to know what you're doing, and if you do that thing, there's it's easy to catch you. They know who's on the network, and it's there's a lot of consequences that go into that.
Yeah.
So
no, yeah, for sure, lots of repercussions, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it's great, and that problem solving. You talked about playing simulation games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. I feel there's so much relation between problem solving and video games, and then when it comes to IT and what you're kind of doing on a daily basis when it comes to solving problems. Is that something you kind of see?
Yeah. So like a bunch of like real-time strategy kind of games that you can see that kind of go into the day, because you're like, you don't get like, I don't know, like 4 hours to do like a problem if you're getting like attacked. You got to like make it up as you go. So.
Yeah, absolutely. That agility and the ability to kind of do that all on the move. So, so as a recent high school graduate, what do you think are the most important skills and qualities that you're going to need when you go into the IT industry?
Definitely like public speaking or like social interactions. So like speaking classes I took in high school kind of correlate to this, like being able to come up here, speak freely and not like, you know, shake or get all nervous and stuff. So that definitely helps.
Why do you think that helps? Like the public speaking and networking and relationship if you're going into IT?
I mean, IT, from what I've seen so far, you go to like customer visits or you get really interactive with customers or people even like at the site, like even like at the office. So being able to like talk to them freely, being, you know, socially active and not being like a weirdo, it helps a lot.
Not being a weirdo. That's what that should be the first line on your resume.
Yeah,
like not a weirdo.
Yep.
What other skills? I totally agree with that. But what other things you think?
I'm not really too sure. I mean, I think like any class, really like math classes, science classes, they all kind of correlate because they kind of lump you into teams now. So it's all really team-based. Like math class, there's always like team tests and like team activities. So like every class is just team-based, and that kind of helps in the IT field, being like around guys who can help you and support you in anything. Yeah,
no, that's a really good point. And I think that's like something to take into the field that can be really, really valuable because like even at M2 Technology, we have people that have a lot of experience, and unless these people like talk to each other and really use those resources within the company, like you're really siloed, and you sometimes the biggest thing is like taking that step across the aisle and being like, hey, I don't know, is there a better way to do this? You know, I'm sure that education that you guys have had when it comes to more team-based stuff is kind of helpful. So I don't know if that would have been, I don't know, team-based tests. I mean, I can see the awesomeness, but I feel like if I had like that math whiz in my thing, I probably wouldn't be stuck. I'd be like, you know.
That's how sometimes it goes, but most of the times it helps.
Most of the time it helps, I'm like, I'd probably be that kid that just like relies on the other one. So what are you most excited to learn in your 10 weeks in your internship?
Using different like various tools and getting like used to like different like programs and stuff that I'm actually going to use like on jobs or like in school maybe, like to get that step up. Getting to know people. Everybody's great here. I get to like talk to different people, get different insights of like who they are, not just like, oh, I do this job, like actually like it's a person. So it's great to see that.
Okay, awesome. And you're going to ASU, okay? You've been asked this question, I feel like, a lot here, but why are you going to ASU, and what kind of program do they have for cybersecurity?
So I'm going to Arizona State because I like the weather down there. It's really beautiful. It reminds me of Hollywood a lot, so it's just really nice to see, wake up and just go outside and sunshine every day, 330 days out of the year.
You're making everybody jealous.
Number one innovation school in the state, so or in the country, sorry. So I mean, their cybersecurity program's awesome. Their computer science, like their whole like ERA Fulton building, is just amazing. It's huge. It feels like high school. There's like over like 100 classes going on. You have like a size like 20 students in like a class, so it's really similar to high school. There's a lot of faculty, so it makes it really easy to get like help. Reach out to your teacher. He actually sees you as a person, not a number, like other big schools do. You're in a lecture hall with 150 people. It's hard for someone to remember your name, right? Exactly. And then another thing that drew me there was free tutoring for students. So, and I get roomed with people in my classes, so like I can like talk to my roommates and get help there too. And tutoring is free, so makes it really easy to succeed in classes.
Very cool. So as a young professional, you know, Alexander, I'm going to reveal your age here, right? Like you're 18 and you're at an internship here, which is awesome. We're very excited about it. But, you know, like as a young professional, what kind of connections and networking type stuff are you really like trying to lean into when it comes to essentially like getting a job after 4 years in the future?
So I'm hoping I can make a great impression on you guys, and then I can kind of get my name stapled into this kind of field. If like after school I can come back, maybe get a job with you guys, or like have you guys as a great reference, so that people can be like, oh, this guy was like an intern early on and he, you know, succeeded so well, and get like you can call him up and like his references will help him out so much and talk great about him. Then that's what I aim to do.
Awesome. No, that's great. Those are great goals to have. And that's why we're excited to have you, right? Like, you don't get a lot of people that are, 2 days out of high school that are like, hey, I'm going to build these networks and I care about all these things, X, Y, and Z, and building out the future. So it's great. When it comes to your future, all right, like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, like, what do you see your career path kind of going to? Like, where do you envision yourself in 10 to 20 years?
Hopefully, like, out of student debt. That'd be a good one to start. Hopefully having a nice stable job somewhere, like using my experience from school and here, and being able to get like those tools and like the job I want, like a pen tester or something for a company. Okay. Maybe even down the line, like 9 or 10 years from now, maybe own my own company at some point. Be like a great goal for me. Yeah, absolutely. No, that's awesome. And there's so much. There's so many opportunity, right, in that cybersecurity field. I know that some crazy study came out that showed like there was going to be 0% displacement or something with like cybersecurity jobs because they're so needed in the future. So like it's a great field to be in and continue to be in the future. So that's awesome. Anything else that you want to share with the millions of people that are watching at home, Alexander? No, not really.
No.
I'm kind of all done. Yeah.
We've hit our limit. And that is it. No, that's awesome. So, no, I appreciate you coming on here. I think, jumping in front of a camera and talking your second day on a job takes a lot of courage, so I appreciate that. And, this has been fun. Getting to know you a little bit more, hopefully getting to know the people that are listening, or them getting to know you and potential customers in the future, or customers that are also watching this. So for IT Unplugged, we want to say thanks so much. And welcome Alexander down in the comments if you're watching on YouTube or somewhere else. Say hi to him. And if you see him around on our customer visits in the future, give him a little bit of a hard time, but not